What's up, my friends? It's Griff Nielsen, your holistic lifestyle hacker, and today I want to ask you a question. I'm speaking to those of you right now that want to make a lifestyle change. Like you're looking to change something in your life, and maybe you've been pondering it for a while. Maybe this is something, it's a weight loss issue, or maybe you want to change your nutritional habits, or maybe you want to be better with money. It doesn't really matter. But the bottom line is you're ensconced in a habit right now that you want to change. And I'm going to suggest that there's two questions that you need to ask, and the answers to these two questions will fundamentally, absolutely, 100% guarantee your outcome. And I don't say that lightly, okay? And the first question is this: what am I willing to give up? Think about that. What am I willing to give up? In 20 years of coaching people and helping people change nutritional habits, exercise patterns, emotional patterns, etc., I can tell you this. Most people, when they're excited about changing, they're not fully thinking about what they have to give up. They're not very clear what has to exit out of their life. And what happens typically is when that day comes, let's say they set Monday as their goal, and they've set their gym clothes out, or they're going to follow such and such a diet at this time. When that happens, and all of a sudden they have to give up the cookie that they were used to eating in the lunchroom every year for 30 years, and they have to give it up, it's really hard to do so. When they have to give up not spending their money as soon as their paycheck comes in, and they have to put that away into savings because they're behind on their retirement, that's really, really hard to do. So what I'm asking you to do is become very, very real with yourself. What are you willing to give up? If you want to make a significant lifestyle change, what's going to have to change in your life? Become very, very clear on that. And be real with that. Be okay with what that is. Be very clear and be okay. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to be painless. As a matter of fact, it's going to be quite painful at first, and there's no question about that. If somebody is used to, for example, not exercising for 30 years, and then they have to exercise, they have to give up that leisure time. They have to give up what they were usually used to doing. Maybe they were watching Netflix. Maybe they were having a bowl of ice cream. They have to give that up, and you have to be very, very aware of that. Now, the second thing, remember, this is going to usher a little bit of pain. When you have to give that up, whether you know it or not, it's going to bring pain to you at a subconscious or even conscious level. Excuse me. And so the second question is, what am I willing to gain? In other words, what am I not seeing? If I'm just focusing on what I have to give up, I might not be focusing on what I'm going to get from this process. If I give up the ice cream, what do I get from that? What pleasure does that bring to me? Well, this is where you have to be imaginatively very creative. Well, I'm going to lose weight. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What does that mean to me emotionally? What does that mean to me when I give it up and I feel really good about myself? Because now I feel like, yeah, I am in control of myself. My self-esteem starts to go up, my waistline starts to go down, and I start to see myself differently. I start to feel the confidence. So what I'm asking you to do is proactively think about what you're going to gain from that. What are you going to gain when you start saving more money? What are you going to gain when you start behaving with more kindness towards a significant other? What's it going to mean when you exercise 3 to 5 times per week? What does that mean for you? What are you going to gain from that? Focus on what pleasure it's going to bring in, the goodness that it's going to bring into your life. And what this does is once we are very clear on what we're going to have to give up, we're going to deal with the main thing that can throw us off track, and that is the pain factor. If we're aware of it and we replace it with some of the good things that we're bringing into our lives, and we're focusing on those rather than the pain, I can tell you, it is absolutely magical what happens when we can answer these two questions in the affirmative. And when I say the affirmative, it's not a yes, no, but you have to be very, very clear. You have to be very clear on, okay, what am I willing to give up? No ambiguity, no guessing. What are you going to have to give up? Write it down. Be very clear. Vocalize it to other people. What am I going to gain? What am I going to gain from this process? You put those two things together, whoo-wee, you are going to be unstoppable given time. I'm not saying that like right out of the chute, everything's going to be hunky-dory, blah, blah, blah. No. It's going to take some time, but if you keep asking these questions, and you become very, very present to them, and this repetition goes on for days, your psychology and your subconscious mind is going to change. So two very, very powerful, life-changing questions that you need to be asking yourself. So I hope this helped, my friends. Just to give you a quick update, I am super excited because Freaky Fast Fitness is ready to come out. And this is for those of you, for example, if you want to make a lifestyle change and one of your main barriers is time, this is a course that I've come up with that has with it included 18 weeks worth of workouts that are professionally written. So if you're struggling with time and you need a quick workout that you know is not just haphazard but professionally written, and also it has the mental and the physical aspects of habit change, the Freaky Fast Fitness course is coming. I'm so excited for it. So I thought I'd throw a shameless plug in there. Thank you so much, my friends. Be sure to comment on this. Please comment, what are you willing to give up? What are you going to give up? And what is the main thing you're going to gain, or things that you're going to gain? It doesn't have to be singular, okay? You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being with me today. Have a great week, and always remember, life is good. Take care, my friends.